Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. It is Snapshot 18W07A and this is the first snapshot to include some of the features that we saw at Minecon. Mainly what's known as the aquatic update content, which has been merged into 1.13. So 1.13 will include all of the stuff that you've seen so far, but now it's going to have all of this aquatic update content as part of it as well. It is going to be a wonderful, huge update to the game. And there are now turtles in this game. I'm wearing a turtle shell on my head. I've got a trident over here as well. And I've got so many things to show you that are in this snapshot. It's going to take a fair bit of time to get through all the wonderful stuff. And hey, look at that sucker. I found the turtle. There were quite a few of them around here. And I keep losing track of them. I don't know why I do that because they're so wonderful. But I got two really cool things to show you first of all. And now my computer wants to do some sort of update. Go away, Windows Update. Not right now. I'm recording a snapshot video. Let's go under the water. Okay, did you see me diving? Did you see me diving there? If I sprint, we now got swimming animations. And you may notice that I'm swimming really fast. Now, I've messed around with this in survival and in creative, and I need to figure out exactly what's going on here. But basically, the whole underwater system has changed. You can now swim up and down really fast, and then you can go into sort of normal mode where you sink and bob about in the water a little bit differently. Oh, there are so many changes to unearth here. It is going to be very exciting. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you about is the terrain generation. Obviously, we've now got a lot of these reefs and underwater things going on in the ocean biome, and it looks like this isn't going to ruin your world. So if you've ever been through terrain changes in Minecraft from one update to the next, you get these horrible chunk borders, which are really disgusting. Well, what I've done is I've looked at a map of a Minecraft 1.12 world and compared it to this world right here, and everything seems to be identical. I've been teleporting around to different places. This, for example, is a rather large island that looks exactly the same on the map. It's surrounded by an ocean. I've been teleporting to all sorts of different biomes, and they appear to be in the same place, which means if you are playing in one world and updating to this one, you shouldn't see any of those ugly chunk borders, which is a really great thing for this game. I think the guys at Mojang have done a fantastic job with that one, as that's the first time I think we're going to see terrain changes where it's not going to affect the previous world like that. So let's get into it. I've been checking out these turtles and they're kind of fascinating. I haven't learned too much though. You can see I've been conducting a little bit of an experiment because I have learned that these turtles are supposedly supposed to spawn on warm beaches. So we have a beach right here. I'm not entirely sure if this is a warm climate, like a warm area for them to spawn in, but that's apparently where they're naturally going to appear, and that is also subject to change in the future, as is where they lay their eggs. Apparently that is on beaches, and I haven't seen a single turtle lay their eggs yet. All of the eggs that you see here have been laid by me. So it could be that we're in the wrong climate. Now, the turtle has a little bit of trouble moving around on the land. As you can see, this thing is seriously cool, though. Turtles in Minecraft, I love it. And they are pretty zippy swimmers, as you can see, moving around here. I've spawned absolutely loads of them in here. Now, we're going to do the cruel and ultimate unfortunate thing in the name of science, and that is to kill them. Now, that's a sharpness 5 sword. I've got a feeling that they've got a lot of hit points or maybe a lot of armor, and at the moment what they drop is seagrass, okay? I reckon they're supposed to drop turtle shell pieces. That makes a lot more sense to me. But this seagrass is the stuff that you've been seeing under the water here. Sometimes we have it growing quite high up, and that seems to be in certain areas of the ocean, which happens to not be right here. Aha, just over in this area there is some of this stuff. So I'm not sure if the way we're going to be able to get hold of this is by killing turtles. I think that's going to change. But you can right click it to place it, then you can bone mill it to turn it into the tall grass, and then you can't bone mill it again. Got to say, I love the texture of that though. It's absolutely amazing. Now, when you break the small stuff, the tall stuff as well, there's a chance of getting an item, including this stuff right here, which I believe only generates, and I've just learned that you can now use bone mill on gravel. And what is up with this derpy swimming underwater to make this stuff? Fascinating. But yes, let's keep breaking it because there is a drop that we get from this that I do not seem to be picking up at the moment. That is because items will now suspend themselves. Wait, are they floating upwards? Is this like a new mechanic? That items will now float upwards in water? Wow, I just wanted to demonstrate that this is the item that you got, but I learned something else. That's amazing. Wow. This stuff is kelp. I got no idea what it does at the moment. Oh, that's so cool. Items are buoyant. So heading back to Turtle Island over here, some of our baby turtles have hatched. It was also nighttime a moment ago. I've read that they will only hatch in the nighttime, and that is exactly what has happened. And these things are absolutely cute and adorable. Now, what they will do is try and make their way to water or to the ocean really quickly. Let's do a quick experiment. Let's simulate some water for them. Let's see if they know the difference, because they usually scamper over to the water pretty quickly. That doesn't appear to be happening at the moment, and I've got a feeling that's because we are way above ground. So if we go down over here close to the ocean and we place down a turtle and right click on it to make a baby, you'll see that the little cute adorable babies, oh, they're going swimming straight away. They're taking their first steps in the ocean. This is just wonderful. Come on, little fella, in you go. Don't be afraid. Wow. And do you know what? I wonder if they get bigger really slowly. That would be an amazing thing. Rather than pop, all of a sudden they're big like it is with other animals. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have to keep my eye on these babies while I'm doing all my experiments in this area. Let's talk about the turtle eggs. I've got some in my inventory, okay? These things are a little bit quirky at the moment. I might be able to demonstrate that to you, but you can place one down. You see the bone meal effect. Bone meal doesn't seem to do anything to it. Now what you can do is... Oh, did that one just grow a little bit? Or did it crack? I think it cracked. Look, its texture changed. I've not seen that before, and it's the daytime. Let's keep our eye on that turtle egg right there. I need to place a lot more of these down, don't I? Anyway, you can click on them more than once, right? And then it adds an extra one on the side, then one there, and then a fourth one, and then I think that's it. Yeah, now it's going to place it on top of it. Did that one crack again? Is that even more cracked than before? I'm going to put down lots of these and keep my eye on them. Now, what you can also do is silk touch this stuff. So let's go into game mode and then survival. And we'll grab this. Is it the pick that has? Yep, it's got silk touch on it. Also, you'll notice that all of the text there is white. That's slightly different from before. I think if I mine it like this, it will glitch out a little bit. It dropped one without breaking it. In fact, I think what it did is it just dropped the other egg. Oh, I'm mistaken. I was breaking one with 4 bits and thinking that it was breaking over and over again, but actually it just... Oh, we just saw one hatch right there. You saw it right here. That was amazing, and I wasn't paying attention. Wow. Okay, oh, spectacular. So I'm guessing this one over here is probably going to hatch soon, because it's cracked a couple of times. But yes, you can silk touch the eggs to pick them back up. If you don't use silk touch, you're unfortunately going to break it and not get a turtle egg back. So silk touch is going to be useful with this. Now, I reckon, as I said earlier, that they're supposed to drop these shells right here. And what you can use the shell for is crafting a helmet, like so. And when you put this helmet on yourself, you get fart bubbles. Look at those horrible, ugly fart bubbles, making the video look weird, I know. But that's because we got the water breathing effect over here, which lasts for 10 seconds. Although it's 10 seconds continuously, so it lasts for 10 seconds once you take it off. That is a very powerful item, my friends. Having permanent water breathing, going wherever you like underwater, thanks to this fancy turtle helmet, which kind of, you know, covers your eyes. I think it's great. I think it's a great addition to the game. Well, we got more cracked eggs over here, and it is the daytime. I'm very curious to see if they will actually hatch at the daytime. Right now, though, what we've got to do is come over here, go into survival mode, and punch a squid of all things. Come on, Squiddy. I'm slapping you up. Whoa, what's this? Oh, look at that. It's defending itself. Let's try and stand right in the middle of this. Is that actually going to do anything to me? Is this going to cause me to... Wow. That is an amazing visual effect. I don't think it's supposed to actually be like that, but it was like we were staring into the void all of a sudden. So yeah, it squirts out ink to defend itself. Not ink as an item, just this effect right here, which is super cool, and doesn't appear to do any damage to me. It is now nighttime. The baby turtles are hatching from some eggs that I placed down here, and something you might see lying around on the ground, it seems to have a very small % chance. I noticed this a moment ago. Confirmed by a friend that when these crack, these eggs, they can drop some of these shells. So that's how you get those. So maybe they're not actually going to be the drops that come from the turtles. Now, we'll probably come back to this thing over here in the future. I was thinking easy squid farm, but I don't know, the squids seem to survive this. Turtles, unfortunately, have a bit of a different fate. They will drop straight down onto the magma blocks and take damage. That is very unfortunate. But like I said, we'll come back to that in the future. I've got so much stuff to show you. We're going to look at some new blocks that have been added to games. Slabs and half slabs. Stairs, that's the word I'm thinking of, which now sort of work underwater. Before we get to that though, I've been trying to do some brewing, okay? I got some awkward potions. I can't put turtle shells in. I can't put in turtle eggs, but the reason that I'm trying to do this is because if you go to the brewing tab, there doesn't appear to be anything new here at all. But if you search turtle in here, you will see that there are now arrows of the Turtle Master, slowness 4, resistance 4. That is crazy. We've not been able to get either of those in survival before, I believe, and that is the same of these things as well. The potion, which can be put into splash potion and into brewing as well. But at the moment, I've got no idea how we actually make this. Let's talk about new blocks, my friend, because yes, before you are some very interesting blocks, ones that are not particularly pretty but probably serve a purpose, others that are absolutely gorgeous, and behold, slabs and stairs for Prismarine blocks. Now, I love the Prismarine blocks, I think they are wonderful to build with, and I'm so happy to see slabs and stairs for them, but I've got a little bit more to tell you about those in a second. These right here are stripped oak logs, okay? They are for all different 6 types of log that we have in the game. They have very nice textures. They are rotatable, like we've seen. You know, you can put them facing in different directions, just like the regular log. The way that you get them, though, is by right-clicking on it with a log like that. So you can strip the log of its oak, I guess, its bark around the outside. So very, very cool. It will take 1 durability to do that, though. I tested it in survival mode. So in creative, it lets you do that for free. But right-clicking on an axe is the way to strip the block. And then you can break it, and you can pick up the regular thing and put it in your inventory. This block over here, I'm yet to see in the world. I'm not sure if we craft it from kelp or something else. But that is the texture right there. No rotation on it. It's a little bit weird, the line that goes down it kind of makes it look like a present. But the other texture behind it is really cool. I like the texture behind it, just not the line on top of it. But anyway, we should take a look at these slabs and stairs. And I just spotted something in my inventory, which I haven't tested yet. I'm going to just chuck those in there as well, because what you're about to see is slabs and stairs actually working under the water. Now, when I place this first time round, it ain't going to work, because I'm going to put it at the surface. And you're going to see that weird glitch. These are things that are probably going to get figured out. But as soon as we go underground, you can see that the water goes over the top of it. And that is utterly fantastic. Same for the stairs as well. If we place that near the surface, we can see it's a little bit bugged out. And I think it's because of the way that it's rendering it. If we were to put water directly above it, I reckon that's going to disappear. Yeah, and now it's gone. So it's something to do with the way that the game is rendering things here. But that is a huge step forward. I'm also very curious as to water mechanics and how they will be changed by stuff like this, right? Like, what about flowing water? Words, it's difficult, okay? What if I place that there? So it's affected the length of the stream. I think it's technically blocked it, but the visuals are kind of strange. But that bit there is a bit of a giveaway that it's blocked it. The fences, we've got to try those as well. Nope, that's not changed yet, and neither of those. Well, I should have thought of that one earlier, right? The kelp, we'll put it in a furnace. It will create dried kelp, which you can find in the creative menu, and I thought that might help us make this dried kelp block. Doesn't appear to be a crafting recipe for this, so unintuitively it might be something like that, but you'd think either all 9 or just 4 of them. Maybe that's just not implemented yet. Thanks to the magic of commands, I've made myself hungry, and I'm now going to eat on some dried kelp. Let's hope there's no side effects here. Oh, look at that. It only does a tiny bit of food. Half a haunch each time, although you can eat it really fast. Huh. I wonder if that's something that they've changed. Food eating speeds. Well, I've tried a few other things here. It's just the dried kelp. You can eat that really quickly. That's a nice little quirk right there. I like it. So in this update, we have a new weapon. There's no way to get it in survival mode yet. That's going to change. You can see it in my hand. It is the Trident. It doesn't have an icon. What you're seeing down here is the 3D model, which is why it kind of goes off the screen. And there are 4 new types of enchantment that are going to work on this. As far as we know, you can get them through an enchanting table. They're not rare enchantments, although I've got a feeling that one of them might be. But we'll get to that one in a moment. I've just been doing some testing. We've got Riptide, we have Loyalty, and then we have Impaling. Those are 3 of the 4 new enchantments. So let's start off with Riptide. This is about the speed that you can throw this weapon at. So we throw it over there, and then we've got to go and pick it back up again, right? It's Probably easier to show you this with creative mode, but each time that I throw it, the draw speed is going to be a little bit quicker because I'm using the one with a higher Riptide enchantment. So now the thing is very sippy, and it means that it flies over to where we're aiming at a lot quicker. So that is what the Riptide one does. Now the Loyalty one looks really cool when you're in F5 mode, okay? So this is about your trident coming back to you. So I'm going to throw it all the way over there, and then it's going to make its way back to me. Bam! That was awesome. So if we use Loyalty 2, the trick is that it's going to come back a little bit quicker. If we use number 3, it'll come back to us very, very fast, just like that. Cool stuff, right? Now the next one is this one right here, Impaling 5. So like Sharpness, which goes up to the way 5, this is to do with sea creatures. It doesn't seem to work with turtles from my testing, but it works with some squids. So let's go and find some over here. So if we attack that one there and we hit it, you can see, well, that time it died. Did you just die as well? That one didn't, okay? This is how I did my testing a moment ago. I was shooting at them and they weren't dying, but as soon as I used the Impaling 5 one, they would die every single time. So that one's now died. Can we shoot that one off in the distance? No, a little bit too far away. And now it's dodging my shots. But that's what the Impale does. If I could hit this thing, please stop dodging me. You're making me look like a bad Minecrafter. Anyway, what we'll do next is check out the 4th enchantment for this trident. This weapon comes with some amazing sound effects, and I've just been doing some more experiments with the Riptide enchantment. Other people were telling me about this, but I couldn't get it to happen myself, but it's because you have to use it on an entity. Do you see how I get pulled forward towards it? That's part of the Riptide effect, and it seems like with hostile mobs you get sucked in a little bit closer than with passive ones, at least from my testing. They also have a habit of running around. Let's try it on the turtle. It does seem to suck us in. But anyway, I want to show you the channeling enchantment, and it is raining and thundering for a reason, and that is because you can channel the lightning in the sky, and there's an obvious use for this, right? The creeper. So we're going to use our channeling enchantment. We're going to shoot it at the creeper. And it's a charged creeper. And there was some amazing sound effects as well. Let's do that one more time. That is super cool. And you've got to be super careful as well, actually. If I were in survival mode, I'd probably be wrecked right now. So you need to get quite a ways away, shoot the creeper, and turn it into a charged creeper. That is awesome. I love this. It is now time for another new mob. The one that was voted for at Minecon. It's known as the Phantom mob. It is attracted to players that have insomnia. It currently drops leather and it is unbelievably cool. It currently spawns in the overworld and in the end dimension. I haven't seen it spawn naturally. I haven't done really any testing to figure out how the whole insomnia thing works. I think I'll do that another time, but there's one flying up there in the sky looking really cool. So, let's summon one in. This thing attacks for about 5 hearts of damage, so it is really strong. It looks ever so cool, and we can summon it like this. Right, did you see the size tag? Well, that means that we can make one that is size 2. Do you know what's probably going to be a little bit more interesting if we go into F5 so we can see it properly? We can make one a little bit bigger than that as well. And you'll notice how they all just seem to fly off in that direction. I don't know what's up with their AI or what they're up to at all. But we can keep making them larger and larger, you know, size 40. Why not, you know? Let's fly around and see the front of this thing. Wow, that is so unbelievably cool. And you know what? Its eyes and its head very much remind me of the Enderman. It's like a squashed Enderman head, which is maybe why they spawn in the end. Anyway, they seem to be flying in that direction. Should we go a little bit bigger? Maybe size 100? That's absolutely bonkers. You know what I'm going to do? We're gonna double it, peeps. Size 200. It is possible. Maybe even 400. We're doubling it again. Oh, that's actually affecting my frames right there. And now it's vanished all of a sudden. It's not. Wow. Yeah, that's ridiculous. We're going to double it again. How big can we go? 800. There go my frames. Oh dear. I've crashed the game, peeps. Someone send for help. I've crashed Minecraft again. So there isn't too much more to talk about in this snapshot, but I wanted to come back to this thing quickly. There's kind of like some bugginess, especially when you're in creative mode, with it going into like super fast swimming mode and then not being sure about what it wants to do. Anyway, if we just swim upwards and then go over the top of this water stream, you'll see that we fall all the way down to the bottom here. And now I'm sort of face palming the magma. From another angle, this would look very strange, you know? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And items as well aren't buoyant. If I just grab something here and fly up to the top. So if we throw it there, you can see that it drops down through the water bubbles. If I were to drop it here, it just rises up through the water. This stuff is supposed to occur naturally, and I haven't seen any. There's supposed to be underwater ravines, but I've got a feeling they might not be in this snapshot, as there is a bunch of stuff that isn't in the snapshot yet. Those things are dolphins, corals, and fish. We haven't seen them in this snapshot. Neither have we seen shipwrecks or some of the new biomes that have been shared, like icebergs. So when those biomes get added, we may see that those chunk borders I talked about at the beginning of the video actually come back. There's no sign of the new water physics as well. And last of all, where is it? This block right here doesn't actually spawn in the world yet. So it's only available in the creative menu for now, but it will eventually spawn in the oceans, and when you place it down it makes the sound of leaves. So my friends, there's probably a few details here and there that I've missed, you know, so much stuff being added at once, but what we've seen in this video is probably the most of it, and it is very exciting stuff. In the next few weeks we'll see more snapshots with more and more stuff getting added, so be sure to stay subscribed if you want to keep up to date about all of that. But guess what, that's it from me this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. As always, thank you for the support on these videos, and I'll see you in the next one. So ciao for now, bye bye.